What's up, everybody? This your boy coming at you with another kind of cool video. So, in this video, we're going to get into wow, it's really about just your thoughts. It's really about my thoughts. It's really about that is the only thing that really matters. See, because we're living in a day and time where people are out to steal your thoughts because they know if they can steal your thoughts, they can steal your energy. And if they can steal your energy, they can control whether you move like this or move like that. Yeah, it really is about yourself. It's really all about myself. That's really the only thing that matters in totality, because just like De La Soul said, it's just me, myself, and I. That's a real live applicable quote. It's just me, myself, and I. Where'd he come up with that from? I mean, but it's the truth. Like, literally, you're the only one that you're the only one to. Yeah, we got family and we got children and we got all this stuff going on constantly, forever and a day. But I tell you what, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it's just you. It's just me. And we're the only ones who can be the only ones that we are, right? You can't be somebody else. And the problem is we get caught up in entertainment. Entertainment. Ment is normally the symbol for, or the verbiage for, controlling something, like government, governmental, to govern the mental. Enter means to come inside something, right? The word tame, look it up. It's an actual word with an actual definition attached to it. So tame, T-A-I-N, that's the thin silver or metal. It's actually like a metal paper, like a foil, but it's thinner than aluminum foil. It's the material they put behind the glass that actually causes it to be a mirror. Because when you have a mirror, it's just a piece of glass. You can see right through it. So the only way to make it reflect back is to have some type of reflective material behind it so that you can bounce the image back. Well, that's where the word tame came from. So enter, come inside of, tame, the reflective material that gives you the imagery back, the one that you can see when you look in the mirror, or when you look in the tell his vision box. And then the word meant, entertainment, enter into you, reflect back the image that I want you to see for yourself, and control your thoughts through it. That's what the word entertainment broken down would mean. Television, a lot of people say tell, lie, vision, tell a lie through the vision. Or you can say, tell his vision, tell his vision, tell a vision. Either way you put it, it doesn't really matter. But they give you the words and the definitions of what they mean to inflict upon you or me every day, through everyday things. English language is filled with spells. So you're constantly bombarded with spells and issuing spells. Whatever is bound on earth is bound in heaven. Heaven being here, earth being the ground, everything in it. So when you speak, you're issuing energy, power, and cause and effect. When you listen, you reciprocate energy and cause and effect. So be careful what you listen to, what you entertain yourself with, because at the end of the day, the repetition and the constant reprogramming on top of programs that are already malware installed and already dysfunctional leads to what the world looks like today. It looks just like this, total imbalance. So we have to start catching this stuff and cutting it off at the head. You know, if you don't kill the head, they always say in the old movies, kill the head, the body will die. So the organization will die. But they got this one rigged where there's multiple heads. And actually they got it rigged so they did a great job rigging the system called life. You know, it's whoever came up with this stuff. They put a doozy out there. They did a doozy on us. A 1-2 step. And they keep stepping all over me and your head. But the system that is around us and intertwined in and through us and is so massive, but the installation of it is still one central thing. Your thoughts, my thoughts, and who's in control of those thoughts. Like what's real and what's not real. What's actual and what's not actual. You see in a movie, they make them so well nowadays that you believe, you don't know, you just believe that, dang, that looks real, like that could really happen, right? Well, like I said in some other videos, your subconscious, the part of your thoughts that's the deep embedded area of your thinking, not the conscious, not the surface stuff, the subconscious, it looks at the movies that you allow it to view through your eyes and your ears as real information. It doesn't know that it's real or not, that it's a movie or you're actually living that. So your subconscious is the vehicle that produces the environment around you. Your surface thoughts, your everyday grocery list, got to pick little Johnny up from soccer after school, got to sign him up for school. Everybody's running around right now trying to get their kids in school and shield. But they're running around trying to do all this stuff, and everybody's running around, and it's kind of chaotic time of the year right now for parents because they got to get the kids back in school, public school. And your surface mind, your conscious thoughts handle the right now. The, ooh wee, that's a cop behind me, I got to pull over, he got the lights on. That's what your surface consciousness is handling right now. Your subconscious is constantly recording. It's on 24/7 non-stop closed circuit TV recording. It's always recording. It never sleeps. When you think you're asleep, your subconscious is still working. That's why they say before you go to bed, this is when you need to have the thoughts of the things that you want to occur while you're here going on, right before you go to sleep or immediately after you wake up. So, because that's the time of the day when your subconscious is more vulnerable to programming. So if you're going to sleep to the TV or with chaotic stuff going on somewhere in your vicinity, your subconscious is actually picking that up. Your subconscious is picking that up. Your subconscious is picking that up and recording it. Just that's why people, we don't have no other explanation but, oh, your family, you got a family curse. Um, Basically all it is you got a family that's dysfunctional because the programming keeps playing out from one relative to the next because the environment already got issued from somebody else's subconscious creation of the environment. So now everybody's growing up in that same environment in the same energy pattern, and now everybody's on the same vibration. That's all it is. So you change the frequency, change the vibration, then you got a whole different set of circumstances playing out if you work that on a constant. You can't just do it one day and then hope for the best and then it's all fixed. It don't work like that. You got to repetitiously reprogram, just like you've been repetitiously programmed to this point. So it really goes back to the thoughts, man. I'm telling you, like anything that, and I got to get myself 100 back in that energy, like completely. Because, and what I mean by that is you constantly are shifting in this life. You're shifting lanes, like I said, in a Lamborghini. You just boom, 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 because that's how they keep playing it out. They keep rolling it out where you got to keep shifting, right? Oh, food shortage. Oh, this shortage. Oh, you're just, oh, that. Oh, C-19. Oh, the new virus, the new this, the economy, gold, silver. Which one do I invest in? All this stuff is going on, right? And so what that's causing you, if you're entertaining it, remember that? Entertaining all of these things, where your environment becomes those things, or you get a mix of those things occurring where it's always unstable or it's always unpleasing to you. So the only way to steer away from that stuff is to steer away from it. Like you can't keep, if you're tired of being tired of being sick and tired, then stop being sick and stop being tired. So that always stems from the root cause is always in here. This is what gets sick first, and then it sends the signal to the rest of the body to go ahead and be sick. But Major, I didn't know, I didn't actually think I was gonna get sick, and then I got sick. But you wasn't actually possibly thinking wellness thoughts or doing wellness stuff either, and then you got sick. So it's the same difference. So the people at the top of the food chain totally overstand this stuff. And that's why they indoctrinate and induce and encumber all of their subjects to a whole other program, whole other programs on top of programs on top of programs, inside of programs, circling around them programs, times 2 to the third power, to using pi 3.14, and then multiplying it out to keep you indefinitely inside of the matrix. Like that's the whole point, is to keep you keeping them free from you. So you say, that's pretty big, man. I can't, what am I supposed to do about all that? There again, it's all right here. Like, this video is to help me as well as it's helping you, because I will re-listen to what I'm saying and then learn something off of what I'm even saying. Because you're just a conduit, man. You're just all of us is just a antenna. And depending on which way your antenna pointing, or that you know you got an antenna determines what signal you get to receive. So you don't have to be called a chosen one or golden child. You remember Eddie Murphy movie Golden Child, the little boy, which is funny. They always have a Caucasian golden child. Come on, man. Anyway, we can talk about that later. It's not a white or black thing. It's just a thing with me. Like I see the programming at play constantly. You know, doesn't here, and I'm kind of getting off subject, but you watch a Hispanic movie, especially the older Hispanic movies. If you want to see where everything has been programmed from, when they first introduced Tell His Vision to the world, of course they already had it before they let the masses get to it. It was already a device. They were already using it for communication purposes. And, you know, it's such an addictive thing because it brought the movie screen, the movie theater, right into your house. People more comfortable to take in more and new ideas when they in their own house, meditating on it day and night. So that's why tell a vision, tell his vision, tell live vision is so powerful. Even to this day, it's still one of the, you're just doing it on your phone right now, is you got a little television in your hand. So think about not the transgression, the progression of things. First the newspapers and books. First it was theater and live shows for the wealthy people. Even the peasants did their own theater stuff, you know. Then you got the newspaper, printing press. Then you were reading information. Then they got good with putting pictures up in there. They used to draw the pictures like art and then print it. Then they got better and better with photographs, you know, when the cameras came out. Then you got the movie theaters, actual real movies, that's why they call it real movies, movie reel. It's the movie that's real to your subconscious, movie reel. Instead of REEL, it should be REAL, because to your subconscious is real information. And then they got the television, right? And then they started doing, prior to television, it was radio, so the audio through the ear, and then you were using your imagination to gather the pictures of what they were saying. So to each person, the radio commentator would tell a story, but it was up to your imagination to form what that looked like to you. And that's how religion works. It allows you to imagine, but predictably imagine. You gotta overstand that one. And you overstand that one, get on top of things, then you understand that. Then you understand something. But predictive programming through the devices is what leads you to the images in your imagination that really you didn't get a chance to control because you received all the transmissions that were being beamed at you, and your subconscious started recording those transmissions and making them real-time footage for this third dimensional thing we keep calling life. This is like a little movie clip reel, because it's just, put it bluntly, this is a little movie clip. You're in a trailer. Now, I don't mean a trailer home. I'm talking about a movie trailer. Life is that short. Your life look like a movie trailer. Why do you think the wealthy people are in such a rush to change and do and cause history to reflect what they said, did, or put on people? It doesn't matter. History always writes itself as his story. You get it? His story, not your story. No matter which way the story went, Vietnam War, let's say, no matter which way the story went, his story is going to be different than Vietnamese people's his story. Because you go over to Vietnam and you go into some of them foxholes, they call them, those little tunnels underground. I've been in them, so I know they there. I see the remnants of war when I travel over there. I've been inside of those foxes, little bitty holes, man. I'm a small guy, and it's hard for me to get up in there. You gotta be Vietnamese to get. They made the holes where they can only get up in there, and they were so slick. They was making foxholes that were booby traps, like led to nowhere, and then you couldn't get out because you couldn't find the exit, and you end up running around in a maze underground till you die. They was doing. That's how they had to fight because they didn't have the weaponry, so they had to use all these other skills. But anyway, I've been over there. I've seen it. I've felt it. I touched it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. It's still the stuff over here. And to make a long story short, my take on what I read on the walls in Ho Chi Minh City in their museums and stuff gave me a whole other viewpoint of what occurred and why. You know, the Vietnam War, most people don't even care about it no more, but it's still people suffering over there to this day from all that Agent Orange and stuff they sprayed. It's still over there in certain areas. It's in the ground. People being born with birth defects daily from the chemical weapons that they used over there. So, and if you don't, the irony of that is the same company that can make pain relief medicines for you, a pill that you take that relieves some pain in your body, right? The same company, oh, that's awesome. The hummingbird over here just came right here to the window. It was like, but I wish I could have turned the camera on. Y'all could have saw it. That was dope. I love hummingbirds. But the same company that makes pain relief medicine for you to this day is the same manufacturer of Agent Orange and of a whole bunch of other chemical components. See, we're so stuck in the matrix, we don't even realize that some of the stuff we put in our body comes from companies whose main manufacturing process was chemical warfare tools. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The irony of this plastic life is that a lot of the stuff we eat and drink, I'm trying to be off all of that stuff and eat from the garden only. We still have to go to the store. We don't have to, but we choose to. We don't have to do nothing because you can ascend all this stuff and go past it and eat you a couple of leaves a day and be groovy. So you don't have to go to the store. It's just one of them things that's programmed in that makes us feel that that's a necessary component to survive. So yeah, they got us on that one. You talking about food stuff. But anyway, look, I'll get back to the food stuff. But we are so attached to this thing that we can't break out of it because it all goes back to this and how we're in a big matrix spider web, and it's spiders, big old giant spiders, just waiting for you to get stuck long enough so they can come suck the liquid out of you, suck you up. That's what this place is. And the only way to get out of the spider web is to know how to cut the web and get out. World Wide Web, websites. Why you don't think it resembles spider web, the web, the World Wide Web? Go to my web site. What, I'm gonna get stuck over there? Yeah, it's talking about spider webs. And that's what's going on. We don't slow down long enough to break this stuff down and go, that's pretty tricky. They got us fully engulfed in this thing to the point where you can't even see your way out because the way out is actually the way in. Why would you architect something to entrap people, but then make them believe, and I said believe, I didn't say no, make them believe that the way out is a religion or this or that? Why would you make that so popular? Why is that so readily available to go into religion to escape something that's bad for you think is bad in life? Well, because the way out is really the way in. That's how they designed it. They designed it. So you got to look at everything like that. If this is what they're saying is the right way, but they got to do enough negative and but there's a word, it's a marketing term that they use for how to keep people in place. So, for example, you got CNN speaks news this way, then you got, say, Fox does it this way. Well, all of that could be the same group. They just have to counter all of the other information with some other information, just like you got to have a Burger King and a McDonald's. You got to have a Taco Bell and a Del Taco. You got to have a Marshall's and a Ross store, because people get tired and get cranky and get upset and this, that, and the other, and got to have an alternative to roll you into to keep you happy. It don't mean happiness. It means to keep you, for the moment, happy or on to the next journey, so to speak. Journeys within journeys around journeys, not the actual journey. They want us in the forever, never reach your end of anything journey, so that you just end up on your deathbed like, wow, I wish I could have done one more thing, and then boom, you're gone. That's their end journey. They already know the information that's been withheld from all of us. That stuff's been going on for thousands of years. Withholding. Why would you give the people the right information? Now, doesn't mean that you can't find the right information right now. It just means that there's so much of it out there. How do you disseminate which one's the right one? They put copies out there so that you can sample this. You got different kind of religious themes, you got different kind of social themes, you got different secret society themes, you got so many of those that you could be confused, like, yo, which secret society should I involve myself in? There's like 5,800 of them. Yeah, that's on purpose. It's to hide it in plain view. It's to tease you with the thought, oh, I could never do that because I'm not elite and I'm not so. Yeah, that's the whole point, is disclose it to you, because the laws of the universe, so to speak, the law of attraction, the law of this and that, demand that information gets disclosed. If you don't disclose, even hiding it, disclosing it within hidden themes, it's still going to be, I disclosed it, so that's on them to figure it out. See, that's why they say there's no excuse for not knowing the law, or there's so in other words, because they know you don't know it, they will put a little portion in there that's no excuse. There's no excuses. Even if you didn't know it, you should have got a lawyer. They know it. That's what this place is about. It's entanglement city. Entanglement. It's like, it's just something else. But I'm going to just end with this. Within all of the complexities of this, that, and the other, and what they're throwing on us and what they've been throwing. See, you think they just started doing this now. No, it's already, before I was born, this stuff was happening. fuel embargo this and shortage. It's the same playbook, y'all. It hasn't changed. You're living in the United States of England. It hasn't changed. Everything is maritime law. Everything is contracts, and this is like the kingdom. Don't you get it? Like, you got judges, mayors, governors. They still do judges, mayors, governors in England. You still got uh, the royals over the peasants. But this one was the experiment on, let's give the peasants a little more rope. Let's keep them calmed down by having activities. Let's keep them at bay by letting them partake in what they think is wealth or richness. Or that's why they show you so many celebrities with stuff, so that that's the level of wealth that you think is wealth. You're programmed with thinking that's wealth, when in reality it's the control of time that's the real wealth. When you start controlling the time, what time it is. Y'all remember the group The Time? Morris Day? Time is it? All right. That's when you start controlling the time, daylight savings time, this time, that, oh, you go overseas, you go 12 hours back. Who put all that into place? Well, there again, the people who are controlling things right now put it into place to control even more. What time you wake up for work? Why it's always 7 a.m.? Why you got to be there by 8? Whatever it is, unless you own your own, you dictated to left and right. Why? Who picked 12 o'clock noon for lunchtime? Who did the 9 to 5 stuff? Well, that was actually Hitler. Uh, Designed the 40-hour work week for Germany. And then America liked some of his stuff so much they installed it over here. That's a whole nother talk. But a lot of the stuff you used to do at the jobs you used to have, that was all from Hitler. The 40-hour work week, 8 hours a day, having a break. That was his way to give people something so they weren't being slaved in their minds, but they were still slaves. Just predictive slaves. Ones that we know, if we do this, they're going to do that. And if we do this, they're going to do that. So yeah, I want to know the outcome of actions placed, so I program those actions in advance. And that's how they get the predictive programming to play out in real time anywhere in the world. Just inundate the people so heavily with the imagery and it's hard to do in some countries because of the culture, but in America it's not, because that's why they keep interrupting on a constant the cultures, to the point where you don't know where it's, like my people group, brown folk, copper. I'm just finding out, like, when the last 6 years, what really transpired. Like, who did I come from? Where did I come from? Why do I look like this? What's the difference between me and so there's a lot that has been uncovered. But just think, if you lived in your culture from day one, and there was a prominent culture, and everywhere and everything you did turned to gold, so to speak, or could be turned to gold if you just go touch it, how powerful that would be. So it's not powerful at all. It's actually empowering when the reverse happens, when you don't know your culture. But that's why they are always changing the cultures, the subcultures into the cultures, the new thing, because it keeps people in limbo. So that's why you got men wearing dresses right now. That's why you got ladies or young ladies wanting to be like a man and dressing like one and being like one. Now, if that's just what you do, that's what you do. Go on and do your thing. But that's why that's happening. So that's why people think this way or that way about money. That's why people are thinking this way or that way about health, because they have to keep changing the cultures to the point where the people can never get on top of them. All right, so this is why we're in the mess we're in. Not because they keep changing the cultures, but because we don't know how to change our environments. We don't know how to conduct our minds, our faculties. The most powerfulest thing on the planet is in here, aided by this in here. Heart mind connection is the most powerful thing on the planet. But when you working at 9 to 5 and they tell you what time lunch is and what time you got to be back and what time you get off and what days you got to work overtime and on and on and on and on, and you can't park here during this time and you got to turn this on at that time and turn this off at that, all these calculations start to get rid of the most powerful thing on the planet, which is you controlling your own thoughts. So I just want to make this quick video just to share that with you. At the end of the day, it's all about here. Don't look at the aesthetics, like what you have, because you didn't come into this place with anything, and when you leave, you're gonna leave with nothing. You ain't even taking your body with you. Me either. So you didn't come with nothing. You ain't gonna leave with nothing. So if you spend a whole bunch of time trying to get a lot of something, is that end up a mute? That's a moot point. It's mute. It's deaf, dumb, and a little stupid. So it must be something else to this than just acquiring a bunch of stuff. It must be that we're supposed to acquire a bunch of experiences and keep that energy transmission so high, that positive energy transmission, that we not only leave it here for others to follow, but also send it out to wherever else it can go outside of here to cause change and harmony and joy and whatever there. Depending on how you believe, not know, will determine how you take this message. Depending on how much programming you've been seduced by or ignored the programming and have not made any changes to counter the programming, will determine how you receive this message as well. But hey, appreciate you stopping by the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you like hearing more of these kinds of messages, put it in the comments. I'll be doing some. You know, I have my other channel at Major Gardener. This is the Major Experience television channel. Tell this vision from my experiences channel. So if you like this flow, subscribe. If you want another flow, ain't too many flows I can give you. You're supposed to have 6 or 7 streams of income, so I do have some flows flowing. But businessman is nothing but a busy man trying to find himself. But anyway, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. My other channel at Major Gardener is available to you. Until the next video, this is Major, getting on out of here for a hot second off the other world, YouTube, and I'll be back with some more content shortly. Appreciate you. Have a fantastic day. Peace.